Hello everybody, how you doing? We Paddy back again. And it's Paddy's Parlour broadcast from his comfy old armchair. This is a really nice episode, I have to say, and it's come an awful lot quicker than I thought due to the generosity and just my subs who are the best. But in my little Star Wars tin here, I have all little bits of paper of the names of everybody who donated $5 or multiples of $5. For every $5 you give forward, you get one entry into the competition. And the competition is for the Paddy's Potato Peelers You Can Get Nowhere Else t-shirt. Now, this might change. If I can find better patterns, I'll get better patterns done or whatever. But for this one, it's going to be one of these t-shirts in white, Paddy's Potato Peelers, and that was the prize. But not only just the prize, it was to help the channel, and that's the biggest part, and that's the bit that warms my heart, that so many of you just chose to help the channel. Now, as you know, we were going to get a knife, and for this episode, I had decided what we were going to do with it. In the future ones, you're going to decide that. And to get a decision, to get a part in the decision, you have to have contributed $5 minimum. And that's one entry, and that gets you can have as much input then into whatever we're going to do with the knife. So, I decided I was going to do a hobo shelter, which I don't know whether you do them over there. We used to do them in bushcraft here, and it's made with willow and things like that, where you don't have any string, you don't have any cord, you just make it with natural materials. You're making a shelter, and you cover it with plastic bin bags, whatever you want to cover it with. If you were a hobo, I'm just going to take down a bit of tarpaulin with me, and we'll throw it over the top of it, just to show you that the shelter can be made without any string, we'll make pegs if we're going to peg it down, depending if it's windy or not. But I'll just show you, and all it is, it's going to give us something to do with the knife, to see the knife reacting. Was going to go down the line originally, I was going to get a Maximum knife, but I don't really need a Maximum knife. So, during the process, Mike Latham from Collector Knives joined in the conversation one weekend, and he gave so much detailed information. We were talking about modern traditional knives that week in the podcast, and if you can go back to it, the modern traditional knives one, and go and see his contribution to that conversation, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. So the next week I sort of decided, well, look, he took the time out of his day. He's a busy man, he's running a company, he's a couple of businesses going. Took his time, why not try one of his knives? So, I said I would get a Mike Latham knife. Well, last week, before we even got enough money, I seen one on offer over here in the UK, which means I didn't have to pay customs or postage. So I was able to buy the knife here in the UK. It wasn't brand new, but it was unused, but not brand new, if you like. And I paid £115 for it. Now, we were about £30 short last week. We're not £30 short anymore, because you jump forward again, and there was a couple of people come in, and we now have enough for postage of the t-shirt and whatever, and I'll get the t-shirt. So for anybody who has contributed, thank you so much. To Mike Latham, who also contributed to Paddy's Parlour broadcast. I mean, how good is that? He's got 4 entries in this here. So, I mean, I've put his 4 entries in. Now, if his name is drawn out, I don't know whether he'll want it or not. I hope he does. But if he doesn't want it, I'll draw a second name out, and that name will win the prize. So, they're all in this tin. You can hear them. I'm just shaking them about as we're going. And then I'm going to do this live on air. So what did I buy? Well, let me tell you, this is what I bought. This is a micarta handle. It's the Collector Knives edition, and it's the Viper. It's made by Viper in Italy. Look at that blade on that. Is that not super? Not only is this a modern traditional, because it's screwed, you can completely take it apart. It has M390 blade steel on it. So this is just, it's a slip joint. But to me, that's even better to go and do a hobo shelter, because you're more likely to not have M390, but that's not the point. But I just want to see what these knives are like, how the M390 holds up in wood, and whatever I'm going to cut up, nettles. I'll just be using it around a camp. We'll do a wee fire, we'll make shavings with it, and I want to see how long that M390 will last doing a use that it's not really for. This is not meant to be an over hard use knife, and I'm not going to chop with it a baton. I'm just going to break down some branches, some willow, things like that. But I'll be using this to do the whole task. I'm taking no other knife with me. I'm not taking a saw with me, and I'll make the hobo shelter just for something to do. I'll light a wee fire, have a cup of tea, and we'll have a chat about the knife. Because before that, the other thing that I want to do with these knives is, and this is where today, down below, anybody who's watching the podcast, I need to sharpen it. It's not particularly sharp. It's not particularly thin behind the edge. So I want to give it a sharpen. But I want to know whether you'd like me to sharpen it freehand or with my Lansky system. And whichever one gets the most votes, I will do live. I'll do a Lansky sharpening, and I'll do a full sharpening, which might go on for a bit, but that's it's a sharpening video, so I'll do it from start to finish, so that if somebody hasn't seen what a Lansky system or a fixed system can do, they'll get to see that fully. And I'll do it a full sharpening by hand through 4 stones, and then strop if I'm going to do it freehand. So whatever you like, you decide. And this is what I want to do with this knife. If you've got any other ideas of things you would like to see this challenge to do, please let me know and we'll do it. Because while we're using this one, we can start then in we'll go to the next phase, it's getting the next knife. But this time you have to decide, 1, the knife, and 2, what you want me to do with it. And we'll do the sharpening video on every knife, but you pick a method of sharpening. I have a couple of other systems there that I'll give you 2 options each time. One of them will always be freehand, and then I'll throw in another option of another system. I've like the Spyderco system. I have, what else have I got? I have the Lansky turn box. So I'll throw a different one in each time so that you get to see sharpening videos as well with the knives that we've got. So if this is a knife that you want, you're going to be way ahead of the game, because you're going to see what it sharpens like, how it is in use. And it's not going to be like a couple of little cardboard boxes. We're going to be using proper real life tasks for a pen knife. If you're stuck with a pen knife, if this is your only knife, I don't know how many times you must have heard that in your knife career, if this is the only knife you have, you're going to have to use it. So to me, this is lovely. It's a full 4-fingered grip. It's a good, sturdy, it's got a half stop. It is just so well made. I will also do a review on this knife this week. This gets bumped up, and there'll be a full review on the knife, how it's put together, what it's like, and what I think, so that you get a close-up on what you have helped get for the channel. So I'm over the moon. I think it's a lovely knife, and it's a nice task to do with it. Now, it is absolutely flooded over here at the minute. The chances of a 60-odd-year-old man going down to the woods at the minute's not on. So we'll do the sharpening, I'll do the review of the knife, just an initial impression, and then we'll do a sharpening video, and hopefully by then the woods will have dried out a wee bit and I'll get my backside down there. So within the next few weeks we'll have it all done, and then anything else you want done with a knife, your choice. You need to tell me what you want done to the knife. So what I've got in here, anybody who put $5 more, for every $5 you put in, you've got a little ticket. Like, I'm going to show you what it is. Oh, let me just see if I can get this so that you can see it. In the bottom there is all little tiny tickets of everybody's name. If you put in $20, you've got 4 of these in here. And there's a whole stack along the bottom. And what I've got, this little box, just to give them, I've been doing this for about half an hour, shaking them about. And so at the end of this video, when I finish waffling, I'll pick a name out. Or do you want it now? What would you like? The end? You want to wait to the end? You want it now? Right, we'll do it now. So I'm going to turn this up to you, and I'm going to turn this up. I cannot see what's in the bottom here. So I'm moving these all about. Look, you can see they're all there. Let me just show you. They're right across the bottom. So I'm going to show you now. I cannot see. My head is behind. You can see that, can't you? I can see just to the side of it. Okay, I'm going to pick one. Have I got one? Yeah, I've got one. So, there it is. I'm going to pick one, and the name on this is Leo. What is that? I wrote it and I can't even read it. Let me just get this up here. Oh dear, Stephen. It's what is it? LEO KALLIS. LEO KALLIS. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna just, I can't even, can I check it? No, it's I think it's Leo. Let me just get it. Oh, I can't. This is terrible. It's Leo or Leonalis, Leo KALLIS. It's LEO KALLIS, I think it is. But look, I can't check it because my PayPal is in the phone. So I can't even go and check whether I am useless at the centre. Leo or Leon KALLIS. I'll put his name down below at the end of this. You have won the t-shirt. Congratulations, sir. Contact me through Instagram or my email account, which I'll put down below as well, and we will get the t-shirt out to you and a wee knife and some Paddy swag, and we'll send it off to you very, very shortly. Congratulations, and thank you so much for everybody who took part. I can't believe we got there so fast. So from now on, anybody who donates to Paddy's Parlour, it's for the next draw, and that's starting today. I think this is the 1st or the 2nd of February. So that's the knife we got, the Viper. I am chuffed with this. I was glad to get it, the price I got it for. I mean, normally it would have been maybe another 20, 30 pounds if I'd have bought it from America and had it posted over here. I was lucky to get one in the UK, and I'm just chuffed. I'm really chuffed. It's a nice knife. I'm looking forward to sharpening it, and I'm looking forward to showing it off to you and getting some use out of it. So, the question is, what shall we get? What knife would you like to get? The next time I had the run of this one. This one is completely up to you. The only stipulation that we'll make is you have to have donated £5 to make a choice, as in what the knife will be and what blade steel you'd like in it, or what things you would like done with a knife. Hopefully a main thing, like I'm building a hobo shelter this time, pick something completely different. If you want me to cut cardboard with it, I'll cut cardboard with it. If you want me to whittle wood with it, I'll whittle wood with it. You just tell me what you want to do with the knife, because it's something maybe you're going to do if you wanted to buy that knife, and we'll do that. The price range, I'm trying to keep it around 150 for the knife, but it can go, 50 quid either way, as long as we get what we want. And I don't mind the time. I don't mind waiting, as long as you don't mind waiting. I'm in no rush to get there. If it takes a couple of months, this took about 2 months from start to finish. I mean, it blew my mind away how quickly we got there. But it's good, and it's just something different to do. It makes a difference. But one, you're getting to see a knife that you maybe haven't got in your own collection, that you're going to see it sharpened, you're going to see it in use, and it'll give you a really good grasp of what that knife is or what that blade steel is. If that's what you want, pick a knife. If you want to just pick blade steel, pick blade steel. And I'll go through and we'll break it down and we'll get something that sort of suits as many people as we can. So I'm over the moon. The t-shirts will be like this time because this is the one I'd got and they've already got this design in the shop, so I can get that made. These t-shirts will be on no other part of my channel. This is not up for, I'm not selling them. I don't want to make money on them. This is purely for this podcast and the people who get involved and donate to the podcast, because that is special to me. This is our wee special group of people who are willing to stump up their hard-earned money so that I can go and buy a knife for the channel. So, I mean, this will only be here. I'm not selling them to make money at all. So there'll be no other way of getting them. And I will get, the badges will get nicer. And what I'm actually thinking of doing, I was watching another channel during the week. Now, he's a bushcrafter that I knew from my bushcrafting days. And he got badges made that are iron-on. Now, they're really good iron-on badges. And I was thinking maybe of going along that line where I could get badges made that you can iron on t-shirts. And I thought, there's a good way of doing it. So that, say you donated $20, and we'll make a figure, $20, you would automatically get a badge sent out to you with Paddy swag. But there'll also be a badge sent out, or a t-shirt. Whatever you want me to do, I can put it on a t-shirt myself, or I can send it to you, and you'll get a badge and swag if you win the draw for the competition. So this is going to be very fluid. I'm going to change it as much as I can so that it doesn't become stale. I want it to be something that you're going to think, oh, Paddy's podcast, let's go, see what the chat is this week, and we'll see what the knife's going to be this time and what's happening with the knife. I think I'm waffling with the knife. I can't believe I can't read my writing. I sat this morning and you've no idea how many of those I wrote out. And put them all and cut them all individually because they're all on my phone, so there's no way I could do a draw on them. But I'm chuffed. I'm really pleased with this knife. I love the micarta. The micarta is beautiful on it. But I'll do a review. I'll probably do a review. What day is today? Monday. I'll do it before the weekend. I'll do a review of this before the weekend so you can see what it is. Now, what else has been happening? It's been a really good week as far as the channel goes. It's been a bit controversial because I've done another one of those clone or copies, counterfeits, whatever they are. I bought a knife from AliExpress and I put it up. Bit of controversy again, but that's okay. I don't mind the controversy as long as people don't. And I haven't had one person who is, and this is the joy. People keep knocking the YouTube community because they can be a bit brash and a bit rude. I haven't had rude comments. I haven't had anybody swear at me. I've had people who strongly disagreed with me, and friends of mine who have strongly disagreed with me, and that is wonderful because that opens up a debate, and I love a debate. I mean, I'll argue for anything. I don't get annoyed this is my hobby. I'm not getting annoyed, but I haven't had anybody who's been vulgar, who's been downright nasty. They've had very strong opinions. And my goodness, why can't we have strong opinions? That's life. That is life. So for those who took part in that video and had strong opinions and put them across, please do not feel there was any offence. Not that I think you would, but there'd be no offence taken whatsoever. None whatsoever. That is debate. And counterfeits, clones, whatever you want to call them, copies, they're out there, they're real. Sometimes it's nice to see just what they're doing. And like the bug out one was just an amazing knife. That wee knife I done this week, again, the mini grip, was a smashing wee knife. Not quite as good as a bug out, but boy, it was a smashing wee knife. And if you wanted a pen knife for, whatever, it was only 15 quid. Good gosh, you couldn't go far wrong at all. In fact, you couldn't go wrong. It was a good wee pen knife. But I have the other now. I have bought the real thing, so I don't feel that guilty, and I'll not pass it on. I think my wee mate Dave, Donkey Dave here from Portrush, he's going to pay me for the bug out clone, I think. and he's going to take that off my hands. But he gets it at cost price what I paid for it, because it's just money. It'll go back into the channel again. I'll buy something else, and that's the way it'll go. And I know Dave will keep that, use it, and it'll never go to anybody else. So that's what I don't mind doing when I buy clones or whatever. So there you go. A wee bit of controversy doesn't hurt anything on anybody's channel. And sometimes it's nice to... And, I think if companies see it, maybe they can see, we're charging an awful lot of money. And they are. They're really charging... Look, I don't believe... I know we're coming out of the recession, but the middle down to lower class, not lower class, the middle down to the lower sector in pay, our pay increases haven't been that big. So we can't afford the jumps in the prices that they're putting on the knives that they're doing now. The fact that China's knocking out knives and they're charging the same price as US companies should really tell us something. For years they were a third of the price. Now all of a sudden they're the same price and more. So stop, either don't buy them or you can't complain. It's just, sometimes I get it, crazy just it's in my head. So the Chinese will put the price up. The rest of the world puts your price up. And who suffers? We do. We have to pay more for something that's mass produced. And they are mass produced. Most of the knives we buy are mass produced. There's loads of custom, and there's great custom and smaller companies that make smaller batches knives. I can understand where the money goes into them. I can understand that fully. But mass-produced knives, and let's be honest, most of the mass-produced knives, be they American companies, Canadian companies, English companies, the mass-produced ones have been made in China and then sold back to America to charge us, or to England to charge us. So wherever, it's all just, let's get the consumer charged. And now the Chinese are just doing it direct now, but they're charging the same price as the companies in America. Why wouldn't they? But something's going to have to give. And this throwing out, my thing at the minute is, you've got your Kaisers, you've got your Wii, you've got Civivi, you've got Best Tech. They're just firing out knives every week. It will become overload. And I honestly, this is my true opinion. It will become overload. And there's going to be too much choice. There's going to be too much choice. But that price is going to keep rising. And I think then you're going to lose half your market. Which is why I have, and this is the truth. Now, it's not why I have, but my pie has always been from the bottom to the top and have a wee bit of something in between. And I'm not going to change that, because that way I can keep in contact with some part of the knife world, because I just love knives. I'm getting more now into the traditional and modern traditional, but more the traditional, because they're keeping their prices at a price which, all right, for a GEC, you're paying 100 plus for a knife, but that it's just over the 100, and it's something you can save for, and you can put money aside for, and maybe at the end of a month or 2 months, whatever it takes you to save over £100, and then you can buy a knife, and you can buy a good knife. And that's... But the Chinese, again, are coming in. Some of their bone, like Brother at the minute, have just bought out a bone one. I haven't got it yet, but... Excuse me. It looks good. I'm going to have a wee sip of my tea. It looks good. Normally, they were the only company at the minute I let sent me stuff at the minute, because their knives have been good. They haven't sent me one yet, and if I don't have one by the next week or two, I'm going to buy. They brought out a bone handled traditional type knife, so I'll buy it and I'll bring it on the channel and let you see it. But I've been enjoying getting my GECs and getting other brands of the higher end of the traditional knife market. I want to get one from Lee White in Sheffield. I don't know whether you've seen Slick Slicers. There's been a few people. Warthogg in America has just had two made. A great channel, Slick Slicers, Warthogg, UK Legal Carry Knives. There's three channels that are good knives that are doing slip joints or UK legal knives, um, which is usually modern traditionals and things like that. But Warthog in America, he just got two Lee White knives. If you haven't seen him on his channel, please go over to Warthog or Slick Slicers. He has some Lee White knives. They are impeccable, Sheffield made, handmade from start to finish knives. They are just much, much, much more improved than my Michael May knives. And apparently Michael May taught Lee White how to do knives. So that's my next thing. I want a Lee White knife. It's made in Sheffield. Just a beautiful. I fancy a nice spear point or something different on a Lee White knife. So there we go. That's where I'm going to be going. I'm also going to be, I have a wee bit of money coming from AdSense this month. So I want to be very choosy and buy a knife somewhere in this maybe $70 mark, somewhere around that mark of the newer knives that are about. Some of the ones that I haven't got yet, a brand that I haven't got yet. Because again, I want to keep the channel relevant. I want people to see and be able to come here and see knives that are just out at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do there. I have a stack of reviews. They're backlogging me there. I need to get to them. But in saying that, I don't mind the knife being 3 or 4 months out of date, because we all don't buy immediately. You couldn't afford to keep buying immediately. There's too many knives out there to buy immediately. I'm feeling very relaxed today. I don't know how that's coming across. I was so excited to do this draw. Can't believe I got that name. But I'll have that name down below and I'm sure he'll get it. Where was I? I was away somewhere there. And a wee suck of a stick. Where was I? I was away somewhere. Paddy's gone. Paddy is gone. Talked about Lee White. I talked about I want to keep the channel relevant, so I want to have knives that are out now. But sometimes I mightn't get them to video for a month or 2 months, but I don't mind that so much at all. I really genuinely don't mind that. I have a stack in there that they don't need to be done now. Like I have not the Elementum, I have another one of the Civivi knives, the wee tiny one. Got a name, it's gone out of my head now. But it's the wee tiny thin one. So I've it to do. It's a cracking little knife, but I need to carry it for this week. That's what I'll maybe do this week. I'll stick it in. I'm doing a 30-day challenge with my boy's knife. Oh, with this knife. You'll see it on Instagram nearly every day. My little boy's knife. I have not been found wanting with this little GEC boy's knife. Now this is a special factory order one, but it's just a boy's knife. I've actually ordered another one in green micarta, just a plain Jane one to carry as well, because it's the perfect size of a knife. I'll do a review of that when it comes in. I bought and paid for it. That's on its way from America. So there we go. I'm not going to keep you. This has gone on for nearly half an hour now. Congratulations to Lee or Leon, because I can't read my own writing. I'm going to go and do that now, and I'll put it on the down below. Congratulations, you have won the first Paddy's Potato Peelers t-shirt. This is the only other one in existence at the minute. So if you send me your size, I'll get that posted to you immediately. Well, it'll be out this week. Let's put it like, no, don't send out this week. I have to go to the shop and order the blooming thing. So probably about a week, and I'll get it sent out to you. I'll let you know beforehand. And for those of you, let's start again. If you want to be part of this little podcast, you want to be part of getting the knife, I don't know what's going to be in the channel or whatever, but I will be doing regular giveaways for podcasts. And when you win, you'll also get a knife. I'll put a knife in the box for the winner of the competition each month, or each, whatever it is, 2 months, 3 months. But there'll be something extra in, not just a t-shirt. You'll get a knife and Paddy's swag. So there you go. So it's start again from today. If you want to be in for the next one, although we haven't picked the knife or anything yet, if you want to be in and you know, just I'll leave it with you. Just come in, please come in and join in, and let's just have a bit of fun with it. Get a knife, give it plenty of tasks, and you get the choice of what you're going to do with that knife. Now, I'm gone. Take care, and a big congratulations on air to JT, JT's Knife Life. His wife and himself are expecting a little child, and I am over the moon for him. What a lucky child to have a father like JT. I just think he's a really nice, genuine person. I don't know his wife, but if she's with JT, I'm sure she's even better than him. So there we go. Congratulations, JT. Just a lovely fella. Can't wait. Take care now, everybody. I'm away for a week. Well, I'm going to finish this cup of tea. Bye now.